The movie opens with a woman named Melanie being pursued by a Wendigo. She successfully escapes it, only to encounter a masked assailant. Melanie tells the masked assailant, "I'm tired of dying over and over, just let me go." Just then, the masked assailant kills Melanie by striking her with a pickaxe. Next, we see Clover, her ex-boyfriend Max, and her friends Megan and Nina, along with Nina's boyfriend Abe. Clover has set out with them to find her missing sister Melanie. Clover comes to a gas station from where Melanie last messaged her. Clover shows the gas station owner Hill a picture of Melanie and asks him, "Have you seen her come here?" Hill tells her, "You're not the first person to ask me about a missing person." Clover asks Hill if people have gone missing here before. Hill tells her, "No, not here. People go missing a bit further away in Gore Valley." Clover steps out of the gas station and tells her friends, "I found out where Melanie went missing." Then, they all head towards Gore Valley. On the way, the weather turns bad, and it starts raining heavily. When they reach Gore Valley, there's a visitor center. The surprising thing is that it doesn't rain in Gore Valley, even though it's raining outside Gore Valley. Nina, Megan, and Abe go inside the visitor center. Inside the visitor center, Abe sees many photos of people on the wall with "missing" written on them. Nina finds a guest book and signs her name in it. Meanwhile, Nina also sees Melanie's signature many times in the guest book. Clover sees Melanie in the forest, who calls out to her. Meanwhile, Max comes to Clover. Then they both go inside the visitor center. Upon seeing her sister's signature in the guest book, Clover tells her friends that when she was standing outside, she saw Melanie and she even called out to her. Meanwhile, they hear Abe's car starting. Then they all come outside and see someone in Abe's car. So they go back inside the visitor center and lock the door. Clover, Megan, and Max go to the center downstairs of the house where they find a telephone and a radio. Abe and Nina hear a sound inside the center. Abe goes to check, and Nina follows him. Then, Nina sees that a masked assailant has cut Abe in half with a pickaxe. Just then, she screams loudly. Clover, Megan, and Max hear Nina's screaming. Max starts to move towards Abe and Nina. Just then, he peeks from the door and sees the masked assailant. He also sees Nina, who is lying dead on the ground. Max tells Clover and Megan to hide, but the masked assailant finds and kills them. They all come back to life immediately after dying. When they look at the wall, all of their pictures are on the wall. They realize they're in big trouble. Meanwhile, a supernatural force possesses Megan, and all the people in the photo speak through Megan. Megan tells her friends not to let it in. Just then, the supernatural force kills Megan. Meanwhile, Clover hears her sister's voice outside the door, telling her to save her. Clover opens the door, but there's no one outside. Just then, they see a house in front of the center that wasn't there before. Meanwhile, the supernatural force drags Clover inside the house. Max goes to save Clover, and Abe and Nina try to leave from there in a car so they can call for help. Just then, they see a very giant monster. Meanwhile, the masked assailant arrives and kills both of them. Clover sees a witch in the house who tells her there's only one way out, either survive the night or become a part of it. Then, the witch possesses Clover. As soon as Max enters the house, Clover kills Max by slitting his throat. Then Clover comes out of the house. Then the masked assailant hits her with a car and kills her. Now they all come back to life again, and they realize that they've all been trapped in a time loop. To escape the masked assailant, they all hide in the bathroom. There, they all drink tap water. Due to the tap water, Abe coughs and vomits blood, and then he completely bursts. Then Nina also bursts. After that, Megan starts coughing, and one of her legs bursts. Then her stomach swells and bursts, and then her head also bursts. Witnessing this horrific scene, Clover tells Max to kill her with his own hands, saying they'll come back to life again. Max can't bring himself to kill Clover, and then he himself bursts apart. Clover is shocked and lies on the floor. Just then, Hill comes to her and tells her she'll never be able to save herself this way. Then, Clover also bursts. Now, they all come back to life again and try to find answers to get out of there. Clover finds many of Hill's ID cards and tells all her friends that he is the same person she met at the gas station, and he is a doctor. They also see a newspaper there, which states that due to the collapse of the mining, the entire Gore Valley was destroyed, and many people were killed. Dr. Hill was called in to treat those who survived the accident. Max finds 2 VHS tapes. Max plays one of them. In it, we see Dr. Hill experimenting on survivors. Those survivors completely transform into Wendigos after 11 nights. They understand that Dr. Hill is experimenting on them, and if they don't get out of there before 11 nights, they will also turn into Wendigos. Meanwhile, Dr. Hill talks to them over the radio. Clover tells Dr. Hill, "Get us out of here." Dr. Hill tells Clover, there's a way to survive, but one of you has to die. They all disagree with Dr. Hill on this point. Clover tells him she wants to meet him face to face. Dr. Hill tells her, if you want to meet me, come to the woods. Your sister is with me too. Clover tells her friends that if they want to get out of here, they need to meet Dr. Hill. He is the key to their escape. Then she goes into the woods alone. Max and Megan also go into the woods to find Clover. In the center, Abe and Nina are killed by the masked assailant. In the woods, a Wendigo attacks Megan and kills her. Clover's foot gets caught in a trap. Just then, Max also arrives there. Meanwhile, they both see Melanie, who is completely transformed into a Wendigo. Melanie comes to attack them. Just then, Max removes the trap from Clover's foot and puts it on Melanie's face. Max and Megan run from there and sit down in a safe place. Max tells Clover that Megan was with him, but a Wendigo attacked and killed her. Clover picks up a piece of glass and gives it to Max, telling him to kill her so they can all come back to life again. Max cuts Clover's throat with the piece of glass. Then he drinks water, which causes him to burst as well. Now, they all come back to life again. Nina tells her friends, tonight is our 11th night here. If we don't get out of here tonight, we'll also turn into Wendigos and be stuck here forever. Then, they start watching the recordings of their past nights. They also find Megan's recording where she states in the video, I'm going after Dr. Hill. Maybe I'll find some clues. Thanks to Megan's video, they find out where Dr. Hill is. So, Clover and everyone else go into the tunnel to find him. In the tunnel, they encounter the masked assailant. Max tells Clover, you go find Dr. Hill. We'll handle this one. The three of them fight the masked assailant and manage to kill him. Meanwhile, Clover confronts her sister. Clover is forced to kill her sister. She then comes to Dr. Hill's experiment room, where Megan is tied up with a Wendigo. Clover tries to get Megan out of the experiment room, but the experiment room door is closed. So Clover goes to Dr. Hill's office to find the experiment room key. Just then, Dr. Hill enters his office and closes the office door. Dr. Hill tells Clover, you've been a very interesting patient. Dr. Hill informs Clover that everything happening is only because of your fear and terror. Clover asks Dr. Hill, why are you doing this? He replies, this is what I study, and scaring people is my profession. Meanwhile, Clover notices water dripping from the ceiling. Clover quickly moves Dr. Hill's coffee cup to where the water is falling, causing the water to drop into Dr. Hill's coffee, and he drinks it. A few seconds later, Dr. Hill bursts. Clover picks up the keys, opens the experiment room, and goes inside. She then unties Megan, and both of them manage to get out of the room before the Wendigo can break free. Then, many Wendigos start chasing them. There are only a few seconds left until the night is over. As Clover and Megan try to exit the tunnel, Max and Nina pull Clover and Megan out of the tunnel. In this way, they all escape the time loop. Just then, the sun rises, and they all get into the car and drive away from there, and the movie ends here.